ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। வீரொன்று தோப்பால் திருவேங்கடமுடையாக பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
So we were dealing with the shades of meaning of the word pararakshani. So when I am not able to protect myself, when I am not interested in protecting myself, what is the point in protecting? Number one, my somebody else. Number two, my enemy. And when I am protected by the Lord, where is the need of my interest in protecting myself? These are the four meanings that we had. So I'm not interested in protecting myself. Since I believe in Lord will protect me. Today I said, according to Alvar, to myself, that நான் நினைத்ததாக நீ நினைக்க வேண்டுமே. So I said also, நான் தீர்த்தமானினதாக நீ நினைக்க வேண்டுமே. நான் குளித்ததாக நீ நினைக்க வேண்டுமே. You please think that I have taken bath. Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Generally, I tell others that I have taken bath in the very early morning because of mantrasnam, because of apohishta mayo bhavaha, dadhigravanno karsha. So because of these two mantras, I say mantrasnanam kritam, as it has been over. My bath is over. Others are not taking bath. So swarakshane api asaktasya ko hetuhu pararakshane. The problem here is another shade of meaning. Suppose I am disinterested in protecting myself, then the doubt is arisen that whether God will protect us, whether Shivan Narayana will protect us. Ko hetu. Where is if we are not interested in protecting ourselves, where is the chance of the Lord to come and protect us? Ajam, yes, Ajam, here only we are going to discuss Ajam. Only in this paragraph we are taking up the word Ajam. So I am talking only of the, I am repeating what we said earlier in bold letters in Sanskrit. Swarakshanepi asaktasya. When the individual soul is not interested in protecting himself, then what is the interest of the Lord to come and protect? So remember the two sentences in Pancharatra Agama by the Lord himself, namely, Raksha Peksham Apekshate, Aprarchitaha na gopayet. These two sentences, please remember, it is because repeated in Pancharatra Agama everywhere also. Not only in Pancharatra Agama, in ordinary situations of our individual souls, which are to be reminded to us time and again. So when we only request, pray, beseech, beg the Lord, then He will protect us. So aprarthitaha, when He is not requested, na gopaye, He will not save us. Raksha peksham apekshate, Lord expects us to ask for protection. Now the Tengale Sampradaya would say, in Varaha Charma Shloka, we are talking of Varaha Charma Shloka. In the Tengalism tradition, we have the Lord, the idea the Lord will come and protect us. Marjara Nyayam. The Vadagalai Sampradaya is Markata Nyayam. So Marjara Nyayam, the kitten need not worry about the moksha, namely the individual souls. He is the mother, father. So the kitten, we are the kitten. So just to catch hold of our mother, namely the cat, the big cat, then rather the biggest cat, and he will save us. That is the Tengalai Sampradaya. So now the problem here now is when Varaha, in Varaha Avatar, the incarnation as great boar, when the Lord has assured complete protection, he said, I will remember him, I will take him to the highest place. Nayami Paramam Gatim. I will take him, lead him to the highest place, noblest place. And I will give him the necessary qualification. Because the dead body is lying down like a log of wood and also a stone, still stone. I shall guide you. When so much promise is given by Varaha Avatara, unlike even Rama Avatara, he says, Sarva Tava Asmiti Yachate, you beg Tava Asmi, simply say, I am yours. Don't say, Twameva Bandhucha Sakha Twameva, Gurus Twameva, Twameva Vidya Dravinam Twameva, Twameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Don't pray all this stuff. You say Tavacha Asmi. But we add one more word, Dasaha, I am your slave. He doesn't know, he expects us even to be his slave. It's just a friend. So we can be an Arjuna. We can be an Arjuna, a Sakha. So you have a lot of relationships, 9 types of relationships. You think of him, that's all. You think of him and you say you belong to him. Including the individual soul, the body, the possessions, and everything. So Sarva Dharman Parityajya, doing our duty properly, let us give up the fruit of our actions. We are not acting actually. He is making us act for making us do activities. And therefore, let us, so if we say let us not worry about it, then Shodhyam Varadu. Shodhyam vararu. Whether he will not test us, that whether we are interested in our soul, interested in the liberation of the soul or not. Vararu enna? Now, ajam. This is the word that we are now discussing. Ajam, as you understand, basically a goat, and you have word for sheep. Chagaha is sheep. Chagaha. Ajaha means goat. வெள்ளாடுக்கு பேரு அஜஹான் பேரு, செம்மறி ஆடுக்கு பேரு சாகஹான் பேரு. CHAAGA, chaga. So now we are talking of not even Brahma here. Ajaha means Brahma. One who is not born. Generally we say Brahma is not born. The creator is not born. Though we understand in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, he is a born person. He is just like us, but in a higher level. So he has got a Kalpakoti Janma Jivanam. 1 crore of the 4 yugas of called Kalpa. After that, a new Brahma is created. So he is a present incumbent, Padmaja. He is called Padmaja, that is because of sitting in lotus. He came out of the lotus. He is sitting in the lotus. My granddaughter was asking, Mahalakshmi, how can she be on lotus? I have seen Saraswati on lotus, but where is the picture of Mahalakshmi sitting on the lotus? She was asking because she was very young. She is very young, doing second standard. And then another question also she asked, whether Parvati is sitting on lotus. So I said, any god will sit on lotus, especially Mahalakshmi and Saraswati. But Parvati also can sit on lotus. So that is not the criterion here, whether he was created or not. Whether Brahma was created or not. Brahma spelling is Brahmaa, long vowel at the end. Though the basic, what you call Pratipadikam is Brahman. It is common to Lord Vishnu and Lord Creator. But while we say the declension of 24 words, then we have to differentiate in certain places. Whereas Brahma is Napumsakalingam, Brahma is neuter gender, Akhrinai in Tamil. Akhrinai. Brahma is Pullinga, masculine gender, on Paul. Only by knowing this, we can proceed further. So look at the word. So Ajam Endru. Now please don't mistake the word Ajam as Dvitiya Vibhakti, accusative case. Irandam Vetrumil in the சொல் இருக்கிறது என்று சந்தேகப்பட வேண்டாம். தமிழ் எழுதும்போது அப்படிதான் எழுதுவோம். அஜம் தான் எழுதுவோம். அஜாஹான்னு எழுத மாட்டோம். ஆனால் அஜாஹான்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். So Ajaha is unborn. Ajaha means unborn. So who is unborn here really? Lord Sriman Narayan. We are not talking of creator here. Ajaha also means creator. The word letter, the first letter A also means Vishnu. So A na jataha. You can say it like that. Na jayati iti ajaha. That is one explanation. Generally, he is not born like us. That's the meaning. The second meaning is aha na jayati. Lord Vishnu is not born. But we have instances where in incarnations we see that Rama was born to Kausalya, staying in a room for 12 months. Krishna is a what we call Rishi Garbha. All of a sudden, in a midnight, where Rohini and Ashtami were combined, Rohini star and Ashtami Tithi were combined, he was born to Devaki, we say. He was born to Devi. So this is generally we say he is born. Avatara is called Avatara, incarnation. Appeared, he is only appeared. but special word is there, pradurbhavaha, for appearance. So here he is unborn. So unborn in the sense, basically unborn in the sense, he is not attached with all blemishes as we do. That's the meaning. When we are born, we have difficulties. We have negative aspects. Whereas in the unborn, nothing negative is attached. That basic understanding must be there so that we will go further. Now, when you say ajam, endru, purushantara. So that means what we say, what we understand now is, apart from Vishnu, there is one man called Creator. And therefore we say Purushanta. Purushaha means only Vishnu. Please remember this. You would have heard about a proverb in Sanskrit. Narishu Ramba. Ramba. Not Ramba, Ramba. Narishu Ramba. Nagareshu Kanchi. Purusheshu Vishnu. These are some proverbs in Sanskrit which are often said in Tamil. So here, so Purushantara is there. Another Purusha is there. There cannot be another Purusha. We are talking of Purushottama, not Purusha. We can also call ourselves Purusha because we are men. No, we are not Purusha in this sense. We are talking of the highest living being, namely the primordial being, the supreme being as Purusha. So now there is a competitor, namely Lord Brahma here. So Purushantara. Are we talking of Brahma here, not creator here? No. Sajatiya looks like almost the same clan, same species. There is another man called, so one man is called Lord Shivanarayana, the another man is called Lord Creator. No, we are not talking about that. Sajatiya Janma Nishedattale. Janma Nishedattale. Again, remember, of course, looks like Lord Brahma was born as Ayonija. Looks like Ayonija. As you see that from the navel of Lord Shivan Narayana over the lotus flower, Brahma appeared. That means it is a symbolic representation that the Vishnu's belly produced Brahma. This is what we say in our normal human life is also. For 2 months or at least 1 month, the virium, the virility aspect of the men remains with the men, and that is transferred to the female egg, and therefore a child is born. So 9 months. We also count 9 months of pregnancy for women. So we also count that as 1 year. 1 year. Actually, we say in Tamil, 10 மாதம் சுமந்து பெற்ற குழந்தை. 10 மாதம் சுமந்து பெற்ற குழந்தை. So for the calculation, 9th month is the 10th month. You would find it in your when you calculate by the Tamil month name, you will find that we will perform the what we call Valai Kapu, adding bangles to the hands of the woman who is ancient. Enciente, a French word which means she is in the family way. So she has bangles. So a function, an auspicious function is organized to invite women and add bangles, give bangles to everyone, small female children also. And the next one is Seemantam. Pumsavana Seemantam is also done. In order to perform these 2 functions, auspicious functions, we calculate the month and we fix for odd months for bangle, and we also add a lot of flowers on the head of the women in the family way. Again, you know the function of Simantam. So it is meant for giving birth to a male baby. And therefore, these two functions are fixed in even months. I mean, this Simantam is fixed in even months. And today, because of some problem, we say the same day we can celebrate both the functions. Morning, early morning, we have the celebration of Valaikapu, Poochuttal, we say. Poochuttal. Periyar was Poochuttal, remember that. So that Poochuttal, adorning the head with the flowers. And then this one. So same day they perform. So why I say this is now I want you to understand. 10 months of pregnancy in the womb of the mother, human mother, and 2 months of the same what we call the sperm, SPERM, in the belly of the men. And therefore, so you have the relationship, and then so Janma, now what happens to this Ajam is Janma Nishedam. No birth. It is prohibited here. So it is not prohibited for Lord Brahma. So it is banned for Lord Vishnu. It is not there. It's not available. Janma Nishedattale. So when he himself is not born, when he is unborn, தன்னுடைய ஹேய பிரதிபட்டத்துவத்தை காட்டுகிறார். Now you understand the great difference between the individual souls and the supreme soul. Only in this particular context, very great indifference. What is the great difference? We are born; he is not born. What is the effect of birth as a human being or any living being? Full of problems. No problem for the Lord. So heya, the word heya, you would have heard about. Generally, I would say avoidable. Whereas we won't avoid bad qualities, but we are not attaching bad qualities to the Lord, and therefore we say, leave out, delete, throw out. Heya, pratibhatatvam. In spite of no problems attached to him, what does he do? What does he do? He wants to serve us. Pratibhataha. Bhataha is a soldier, generally in Sanskrit. A soldier serves the army, as you know. But Bhataha you can also call it a servant at home. So Pratibhataha is enemy. Look at the words. So Pratibhataha is enemy. And he is enemy to whom? He is enemy to the bad qualities. So I mean, again, I say it practically. He is an enemy to the enemies of the devotees. Because he is unborn, he can do anything. That's the meaning. Whereas we are limited in power. That's a bit, that is the, so we can, even Lord is not an enemy to anyone unless there is an enemy to devotee, he is not ready to be any enemy to anyone. He is impartial. Whereas we have enmity among the human beings. And we also hate animals also. இங்கு ஜனனத்தை நிஷேதித்தது மற்றும் உள்ள பாவ விகாரங்கள். Now, how is the birth banned for him, for the Lord? So, every little aspect has been what you call probed into by Swami Vedanta Deshika. You need not entertain doubt in the middle. Once you finish the page, then you can ask some questions. And then even those questions which you ask at the end of any page will be answered in the next page. So while you hear the Rahasya Sikhamani in full, then you can understand Vedanta Deshika in full. So that's the beauty of Vedanta Deshika. So ingi jananatte nisheditadu. So how did we ban birth for the Lord? Or how is it banned? Matrumulla bhava vikarangal. We have emotions. Lord also has emotions. We also have emotions. But he has no negative emotions. We have positive and negative emotions. So bhava. Bhava is attitude. Attitude. We have good attitude towards some and have a bad attitude towards some. Then vikarangal. There are changes. Don't take the Tamil meaning of the word vikaram. Vikaram is ugly. Mukham vikarama irukuna, the face is ugly. No, don't take that. Changes. So we have changes of emotions. From good to bad emotions, from good attitude to bad attitude. And whereas Lord has no transfer from good to bad, bad to good and so on. He is always good in attitude, good in emotion. And that bans the birth. Because matrumulla meaning, it is not the only difference between the individual soul and the supreme soul, namely the absence of birth, but also the attitudes and emotions. My granddaughter yesterday said, I don't like you to come without shirt out. When we travel outside, don't wear shirt. That's what she said. If you don't wear shirt, I will not come with you. That is her attitude. It may be a good attitude, but I said it is very hot. Even the shirt is not tolerable by me, and therefore I said I travel to foreign countries also without shirt. Therefore, no, you have to wear shirt. Attitude difference. Attitude difference. So we don't like something. We like something. The likes and dislikes. He doesn't have likes and dislikes. Lord doesn't have. Then ஷடூர்மிகள் என்றால் போலே சொன்ன சேத்தன தோஷங்கள். We are caught in the ocean called samsara, life. In the samsara ocean, in the life ocean, we have only 6 waves, important waves. 6 waves are enough, sufficient to cause us in the ocean. இந்த 6 அலை போதும், தூக்கி அடிச்சிருது நம்மள. 6 அலை போறோம். எத்தனை அலை வேணும்? We don't need many waves. Urmi means wave. Shad Urmi is 6 waves. What are the 6 waves that you already know? Compare the individual soul with the supreme soul. He is a Sad Gunyaha. He has got good qualities in number 6 in number. Of course, many are there, unlimited, but the 6 are very important. And we have 6 enemies here. 6 bad qualities. Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsarya, Moha. Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsarya, Lobha, yes, Lobha, greed. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. This is the order. Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Shad Urmiha. 6 waves. 6 bad waves. 6 waves which drown us again and again. Remember the character of Subahu in Ramayana and Maricha. Maricha was pushed down into the ocean many times and he gasped for breath. He never wanted to meet Rama again. And therefore that was Urmi, the word wave. There are so many words in Sanskrit for waves. Tarangaha, Lahari, Vela. So many words in it. So Shadurmihal என்றார் போல Swami Deshikani is Sri Stuti. We have mentioned in many places, but Sri Stuti is known by all. Therefore, you have Puri Kattum Kushalamakilam Duri Kushalamakilam Jetumadin Aratin. Bharadwaj will remember. Uri Kartum Kushalam Akilam Jetum Adin Aratin. We have to win over 6 enemies. There are 6 enemies. But the 6 is not mentioned here. They are called ancient enemies. Never suppressed by us. They are there for a long time. From time immemorial, they are with us. The wrong desire, kama, krodha, the fury, moha, the confusion, then lobha is the greed, high greed. And then mada is insolence, self-pride. Matsarya is jealousy. Otherwise called irsha. These 6 enemies are called 6 waves. Shad urmihal endar pole. Sonna. So who has got all these things? Chetana and Achetana. So Chetana, sentient living beings like us, and insentient objects also. They also have the feelings. In Sanskrit, we have a division of, a perfect division of masculine gender, feminine gender, and neutral gender. And therefore, nobody can change it now. In modern Sanskrit, you can form a word, and according to the rules of the grammar, you must form a word, frame a word. Otherwise, it is not Sanskrit. Therefore, Sanskrit is sometimes handicapped also because it has not modern terms. It has no modern terms. Today, in Orissa, there is a dictionary for modern terms in Sanskrit. In Orissa, they have published both Sanskrit, English, and Odia, the local language, and with the Sanskrit and with English meaning, almost all current words which we use here. We have a very good dictionary. So why is this? So Achetanas also have some feelings. Achetana. So there are some defects in the Achetanas. I think I told you earlier, but we remind ourselves. The hair on our head is always crooked, twisted, curly. It is not straight. We have to make it straight again and again. The moon waxes and wanes. There is no permanent figure of the moon. Okay? Paurnami is a full moon day, and Amavasya is no moon day. Here it's called new moon day. Amavasya is new moon day. And the moon waxes and wanes. That's a curse, as we say from Vinayaka, Lord Vinayaka. There are also other reasons. The ocean that we see today is full of salt. So salty ocean. Kalidasa says it's all wrong creations. Salty ocean, curly hair, just now I said the rose, the flower rose or lotus is very beautiful. But when you want to pluck it, there is a thorn. You have to be very careful. A thorny plant is rose plant. So also a thorny plant in the water is lotus plant. So if you want to take the stem, it has got a thorn, Thorn, முள்ளு இருக்கும். எடுக்கிறது கஷ்டம். தாமரை குளத்துல இறங்கி தாமரை எடுக்கிறதுனா ஜாகிரதையா எடுக்கணும். கையில குத்திக்காம எடுக்கணும். You must not very, very careful. Therefore, the thorn in the beautiful flower plant, curly hair, the moon waxes and wanes. And he also added, Kalidasa in those days added, Saraswati in a scholar, I mean in Saraswati with Lakshmi, they won't recite together, that's it. A scholar may not be rich. A rich man may not be a scholar. This is what in those days they said. Today it has been disproved. So you have தோஷங்கள் எல்லாத்தையும் நிஷேதிக்கும் அதுக்கு. So this is the difference between the individual soul and the supreme soul, namely, no birth for the Lord, whereas the individual souls are born, and therefore we have got enmity, attitude difference, bad qualities, along with good qualities, and emotions. Then 6 waves are attacking us, whereas these 6 waves will not attack the Lord. There is no defect in the Lord. He is always perfect, and therefore this word ajam, please now come to the word ajam. Ajam is this is how we understand ajam. Nishedikum adukku upalakshanamagayale. So the ajam has got a tertiary meaning of all these things put together. It is upalakshana. That means it gives you more and more meaning, and it is also definition for the extended meaning. That's called upalakshana. Then ashakti rupamana dosham kadit. Now we have defects. No problem. We have defects. But are we to be blamed for the defects? Not 100%. We need not be blamed for our defects. Don't tell this way, God created me a bad person. No. Don't say, God created me a wicked person. No. Don't say that. But beyond our capacity, beyond our ability, beyond our capability, we have defects which can be rectified by the Lord, by Himself. So we are incapable of removing our own defects. There also Lord comes to our rescue. That's the meaning. Ashakti Rupaman. I am unable to remove my defect. Ashakti Rupamana dosham kadithu. So who is removing our defect? Lord. Whereas we are incapable of removing our own defects. Ashakti Rupamana dosham kadithu. I hope I am clear, because I want some clarity in my thoughts also. Meaning of the understanding the Rahasya Sikhamani, I told you it's Rahasyam. It is secret. So the secret cannot be understood very easily by anyone. Heya Pratipatattvam Siddhikarat. We just now saw Heya Pratipatattvam. That is, he is inimical to the bad qualities. We also can become an enemy to the bad qualities. So by making ourselves develop into a good person, when we avoid bad qualities, by become more and more mature in our behavior, then we are different from others in the same age, or in the even from elders to us, and also from definitely youngsters to us. So we with the help of the blessings of the Lord, remove our defects, because we cannot remove by ourselves. Therefore, ashakti rupamana, we are incapable. Therefore, we get our defects removed by the Lord, and then we become as good as the Lord. We also have heya pratipata. We hate bad quality. We fight with bad quality. And we used to say, when we get angry, you say Nama Sankirtanam must be done. Repetition of God's names must be done, so that our anger will subside. That's what we recommend. So by that, this is simple. So Heya Pratipatattvam, we must avoid all bad qualities, try to avoid all bad qualities. And I in some occasions, when I wanted to critically and negatively criticize someone, comment on someone, I think twice before opening the mouth. Because recently I was talking about a person to another person, organizer of the host of the program, that is classes, and I was talking about the member of the classes who is absent in the classes. And therefore, I took a very lot of care to give him a message that particular person should not get hurt in the mind. So this is how. So when I give a message, right, the message also should be very limited in words, measured in words, and then what I say is carefully avoid negative criticism. அவதாரங்களில் சோகாதிகள் சொன்ன இடத்திற்கு அபிநயத்திலே தாத்பரியம். This is very beautiful as we understand the incarnations. Because yesterday, while reading Panjangam, the almanac calendar of Shobhakrita, the person, the gentleman who gave a lecture on reading the calendar, Panchangam, he was junior to me in MA Sanskrit, postgraduate studies in Sanskrit in Annamalai University. And he said, சீதை படாத கஷ்டமா, சீதை படாத கஷ்டமா, ஹனுமார் படாத கஷ்டமா, he said in Tamil. Are we undergoing such suffering as Sita? Are we undergoing such suffering like Rama or Hanuman or whatever? Take any character, a good character, and say, compare with us and say, are we suffering like Sita? Are we suffering like Rama? No. But the answer is no. But what is the angle of presentation by Swami Vedanta Deshika is here. There are some places where you see many characters are sad. There are sad situations. Very sad situations. Saddest situations are there. So what should we think about? Think of it. I used to think of some occasions in Ramayana by which I am not very happy with the incarnation. For example, Sita, Mahalakshmi incarnated as Sita. And everybody, Valmiki, Kamban in Tamil Ramayanam, Tulsidas in Hindi Ramayanam, Adhyatma Ramayanam, Ananda Ramayanam, everywhere, in every Ramayanam, you will find that Sita is suffering. She has been fasting for 9 months. She is a goddess and she can do it. We can get get a reply like, she is a goddess. She is powerful. She can tolerate hunger and so on. But I find Indra, the Lord of gods, comes and gives sweets to her. This is what recently I read. Not only he sends the liquid ambrosia, amritam, nectar, divine nectar. But also along with that, some more sweets are there given to Indra. I read it in Ramayana recently. And therefore, we cannot say Sita remained hungry. So what should we say? How should we observe this phenomenon? Namely, avatarangalil, in the incarnations, Chokadigal சொன்ன இடத்திற்கு, when there are some sad situations, abhinayatile tatparyam. The inner meaning will be, they all are acting. They are all good actors. Rama, Sita, everybody. Abhinayatile. They only act as though in a drama of Ramayanam is Dramayanam. So, Abhinayatile Tatparyam. Meaning, let us not worry about again so much for Sita's welfare. Mahalakshmi, we are not going to help her. We ourselves are helpless in order to protect ourselves. Then how can we help the god or goddess? Nothing doing. You cannot say, argue, no, I will go and. This is what we say in Pancharatra tradition also. I am saving the temple from ruins. I made what we call renovation of the temple. I organized a committee, collected donations, and I did it. I am a president of the committee. I did it. I constructed a temple. I revived the temple to the old tradition. This is not the right claim. Lord made us do it. We did it. Again, remember Satvikatya. We are going to see the next page only in the next session. இவ்வர்த்தத்தை வெளியிடுகிற மனுஷ்ய தேகினாம் சேஷ்டாம் ஈசன் அப்பி மகாயோகி தேன வஞ்சயத்தே லோபா. Now another serious accusation against the Lord. We will see next session.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்கியமூஷணோ ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம். கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமக. சீரொன்றுதோ வாதித்விபதிரோபங்க பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரமம் ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்ய சிரு விஜயதாம்புவி திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர ஓமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம்.
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः.
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ